Te whare, Mr. Chairman, and te lopu lava, malo safua, and in expectation, Mr. Speaker, let me say thank you, whawhatai lava, for the opportunity given to me tonight to address this House on the issue of the Auckland Reform Local Government Bill. Mr. Chairman, this bill will make Auckland's government less transparent, less accountable and less responsive to the needs of Aucklanders. The Council, Mr. Chairman, should have more community involvement. And I want to ask the Minister why the National Act government deviated from the views of the Royal Commission. Mr. Chairman, it was us when in government that initiated the Royal Commission. But this National Act government chose to ignore all of those recommendations, and it's done so at its peril. And that's why our colleagues here from Auckland are here in the House tonight debating this issue, because we feel strongly, Mr. Chairman, that the people of our communities have been disenfranchised by the establishment of the CCOs. And what I find, Mr. Chairman, when I researched this, I looked and I found the Herald poll, and I'm sure the Minister is well aware of the figures. Only 32.4% said they supported it, while 58.8% were opposed. So, Mr. Chairman, what that tells me and tells this House and the country is that more than half of Aucklanders oppose their water, transport and roads being run by unelected boards under the government's super city plans. And I have to put this to the Minister. Why won't he stand up for those Aucklanders that are concerned about this issue? Why won't he allow the transparency and accountability that Aucklanders in this democracy are entitled to? And Mr. Chairman, as I look along the wall and I see the plaques up there of Casino Korea Pacific, we know, Mr. Speaker, that certain people left this country to defend our democracy, and I would hate to think what they might think tonight if they were to read this bill, listen to this debate and understand just how much democracy and elected officialdom has taken away from the people of Auckland with the establishment of the CCOs. Mr. Chairman, it is just not good enough. And I'm told that Nikki Kay, when she was on the Select Committee, she used to run around, Mr. Chairman, to all the submissioners, saying she was going to fix it. That's what she said, saying she was going to fix it. And did she fix it? No, she didn't. No, she didn't. And there's Dr. Paul Hutchison. Where's he from? Franklin. What's happened to Franklin? What's happened to Franklin, Dr. Hutchison? What did you do? Why didn't you stand up for Franklin and for the Mayor Mark Ball? But did you do so? No, sir, you did not. You did not. And what happened? And what happened? What happened to Pukekohe? What happened to Pukekohe? I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, I should know, and I apologise profusely. But I'm just talking, Mr. Chairman, to the member for Franklin, because he has not stood up for that council. Hanua. Well, I'm sorry, I apologise, Mr. Chairman, but he has not stood up. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to ask the Minister this question. Mr. Hyde said while the government will be appointing the founding members of the board, it will leave one or two positions on the board vacant for the new council to appoint when it comes into being on November 1. To the Minister, what exactly does that mean, Minister? What exactly does that mean? I'm sure that the listeners and the general public will be only too pleased to get an explanation from the Minister exactly what that means, how it will work, who will be appointed, what criteria, and why. And why, Mr. Chairman? If the Minister could answer that question, I'd certainly appreciate it, because I think that is necessary. Because what we're asking for on this side is the whole idea of transparency, accountability and openness. And I noticed that the Minister may ask the boards to actually have public meetings. I would suggest, Mr. Chairman, that more needs to be done on that, And I know that my good friend and colleague, the Honourable George Hawkins, will deal with that issue.
Chairman.
The Honourable John